Hi everyone, I'm Marcy Huronis. I'm the owner of Faith and Food 360, home of the Happy Diet. And today on my webinar, I'm going to be talking about my top 3 tips to help moms lose weight. So it is Christmas season right now. We're in full swing. I have had 4 Christmas parties this week. I've already had 2 and I have 2 at the end of the week. And it is kind of hard sometimes to stay healthy and happy during the holidays, and especially going the opposite way, actually trying to lose weight during the holidays. But I have top 3 tips today to help you effectively lose weight this holiday season. So a little bit about me real quick. Okay, so in case you don't know me, like I said earlier, my name is Marcy. Number 1, first and foremost, I am a child of God. I am a woman of faith, a mommy of faith, and that's why I have incorporated faith into my company, so Faith and Food 360. The faith is so important to me. Food is also my life. I'm a vegan foodie. I have been all my life. My children are actually 3rd generation vegans. So there happens to be faith and food. Now the 360 is really unique because I believe deep down in my soul that there is a 360-degree connection with everything that we do in our life. So the food that we eat affects our gut health, which directly affects our mind, which affects our choices. Our choices affect our habits affect our lifestyle, and all of this affects our spirituality. It is all connected. Everything is connected. So Faith and Food 360, everything is connected. I'm also a proud wife and a very proud mommy of 2. I have a daughter, Adonaya, and a son, Costa. Like I said earlier, they are 3rd generation vegan. My parents went vegan, and then they raised my sister and I vegan, and now I'm raising my children vegan. So it is definitely in our family tradition to be vegan. I also ended up being a life coach strategist, and that is because my husband and I have decided to lead a very, very unique lifestyle. So we have chosen to not only raise my kids vegan, but we've also chosen to homeschool my kids. And on top of that, my kids are completely media free. So my children have never watched movies. We don't even have a television in our house. My kids don't have access to iPads or phones. We don't have laptops laying around or anything. So we have chosen a very unique lifestyle because of that. In addition to being vegan, my kids are also refined, sugar-free. So this whole lifestyle that we have created that has been really inspired by God has put me in a position where a lot of people ask questions, and I love it. And so that's kind of how I became a life coach strategist / mom mentor. And I absolutely love being a mom mentor. This is my probably one of my most favorite things in life is being a mom mentor. The Lord put me through a lot of turmoil, tribulation in my life, which all started with my mother, who had extreme health problems. My mom had almost died 3 times, and God saved her life all 3 times. I also had problems with one of my pregnancies. I had a couple of problems with my children breastfeeding. I was able to work through that. I had a problem with my son sleeping. So a lot of common problems, but it was an uncommon way on how I reacted to these problems. And it was just a God thing for sure that I was able to reach out to moms and have moms help me. And through this process, I was able to rediscover who I am and rediscover my passion for life. And now I just love sharing it with everyone. So that's a little bit about who I am. And I am so happy that you are joining my very first classroom setting, webinar setting, whatever we want to call this, to discover the top 3 ways that I have seen help moms effectively lose weight. Okay, so let's get right into it here. Number 1, in no particular order, but number 1 way that I have easily lost weight is that I like to chew my food slowly. Now, we've all heard this concept before. This is not necessarily a new concept. However, the science behind the concept might be new to you. So our appetite and our calorie intake is largely controlled by our hormones, believe it or not. Now, after a meal, your gut suppresses a hormone called ghrelin. Anyways, you're gonna have to Google it. And then it also releases it also releases fullness hormones to tell you if you're hungry or not hungry. So when these hormones are being released through your gut, it is telling your brain if you are full, that you've had enough food, that you should stop eating, that your body is no longer wanting you to consume any food. This process of hormone releasing actually takes approximately 20 minutes or longer to happen. So if you're scarfing down your food and you are quickly eating, your body never gets the opportunity to tell your brain that you are no longer hungry. So therefore, it is actually having you eat more food than you need, because if you eat fast, you eat more. So we need to slow down, and we need to be able to give our body enough time to be able to release that hormone and to take that hormone up to our brain to say, she's full. This mommy's full. She doesn't need to eat anymore. And then we're actually going to be eating less. So eating less can actually improve our health in a couple of different ways. It increases our enjoyment of our food. We're able to taste our food. We're able to enjoy the textures, the flavors of our food, which is really, really, really important. I don't know about you, but I feel like I spend an hour cooking food and then it's like consumed within 30 minutes. And so I like everyone to like enjoy the food that I made them. It also improves your digestion. One of the ways it improves your digestion is that it's very important for your saliva to mix with your food. And so the longer you chew, the slower you eat, your saliva is able to mix with your food, which actually helps your digestion, which helps your body to absorb your nutrients more. It makes you feel calmer and more in control of your body, and also reduces stress level. Like when you're able to sit down and enjoy a meal and enjoy what's happening, your body is able to flip over into parasympathetic mode, which is basically in your calm mode, and you are able to digest your food better in parasympathetic mode compared to being in sympathetic mode. I actually have a YouTube video about that. Y'all should go check it out on Faith and Food 360 on YouTube. Here are some of the ways that you could start eating more slowly, just to be able to throw in a couple of tips at you. Avoid eating in extreme hunger. If you're super hungry because you skipped breakfast, you had to work through lunch, and then all of a sudden you're starving, like you're going to hit the closest fast food restaurant on the way home. And if you're a mommy and you have been working all day, you've been cleaning snot off a kids' noses, you've been doing arts and crafts, you've been doing schoolwork, you've been doing piano lessons, and then you have not taken care of yourself and you have not eaten, then all of a sudden you get super hungry, you're just going to bust open that bag of chips and try to eat them as quickly as possible until your kids like peer into the pantry and be like, Mom, what are you eating? Of course, they can't hear anything else, but as soon as you like open a little something up to eat, they're like lickety split, they're like right there. So that's something that we need to avoid, is to avoid getting to that extremely hungry point. I would highly suggest setting down your utensils in between your bites or in between every other bite. My daughter is a champion at this. She's like the world's slowest eater. Like I'm at the opposite end of the spectrum with my daughter. I actually am trying to speed up her eating because she will take a bite and she will set down her fork and she will chew, and then she'll have a conversation, and then she'll ask questions, and then she'll like toss around her food on her plate, and then she'll have another conversation. And I'm like, oh my gosh, just put food on your fork and put it in your mouth. And then wait till you're done chewing and put your food on your fork and like put it in your mouth. Most people are not like my daughter. Most people are just the opposite. They're just shoveling in the food without even breathing in between. So it is nice to be able to put down your fork, to be able to chew your food, to be able to have a conversation now and then, and to be able to take the time to relax while you're eating. Now, one of the things that I have tested in the past is to set a timer. Now, this is not something that you need to do every single time you eat, but it is a surefire way to be able to tell you how fast or how slow you're eating. Just as soon as you sit down to eat your meal, set a timer either on your oven or on your phone for 20 minutes. Now, you don't ever have to look at your phone again. You just wait until that 20-minute timer goes off, and then you see where you are. Now, if you're anything like the average American, you're going to be long done with your food after like way before 20 minutes, because people can eat a meal way faster than 20 minutes nowadays. But it should be just the opposite. When the timer goes off, you should still be eating. You should still be enjoying your food, because this is going to help increase your weight loss. Because if you take longer to eat, you will eat less. Another thing that I like to tell people is to turn off screens. Now, I like to turn off screens just in general in my household, just because we are media free. But a lot of Americans, standard American families, do have televisions in their eating areas, like in their dining room, or they eat in their living room, where they have the family television. Or if they don't have a television on, they automatically prompt themselves to get on their phone to like scroll through Facebook or check Instagram or anything like that. But I really encourage people to like set down your phone or turn off your screens, because if you're distracted on looking at something else or reading something else, you are not being a mindful eater. And that means you could either not be chewing your food properly, you could be eating too fast, you could get distracted on something that you need to do to make you increase the speed of your eating so you can get done quicker. It's best if you just are a mindful eater and you focus on your food. The last thing is to be patient. My husband just recently kind of went through a health transformation within the last year. He went fully plant-based. He was kind of off and on for 9 years, and then within the last year, he went fully plant-based, and I am so thankful. During that transition, he actually discovered that he does not chew his food. And so he has been working on for a while to be able to chew his food, properly. That has actually helped him lose weight a ton, is to slow down and chew his food. But it was a process for him. Now, I don't believe it's going to take y'all 9 years to like lose weight. We're hoping to lose weight fairly quickly with slowing down and chewing our food, but it's definitely something that helps my husband, and it has helped me in the past. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to talk about, number 2, go vegan. Tip number 2, go vegan. Now, people go vegan for a lot of different reasons in this world. Environmental, to decrease their environmental impact. A lot of people like to, they're addressing the animal cruelty concerns, or they could be addressing like a specific health problem that they have, that a vegan diet is going to aid in. I am vegan for all these reasons, but I am specifically vegan. My number one reason for being vegan is because of science, and for health reasons. Although I believe in all these reasons to go vegan, everyone is different, but my number one is health. Now, what is a vegan diet? A vegan diet is void of basically meat products and dairy products. That's super easy. In today's world, there are so many plant-based vegan alternatives to absolutely everything, and they are all extremely delicious. So when you cut red meat and dairy out of your diet, what you're doing is you're really cutting those high saturated fats out of your diet. And those saturated fats are known risk factors for heart disease, stroke. I mean, the American Heart Association has come out several times saying that, the high saturated fat diets are not necessarily healthy for us. And so there are 1,000 other reasons why being vegan is really extremely great for your health. And I feel like one of the main reasons for weight loss, why being vegan for weight loss is really good, is because you are taking empty calories and replacing those with nutrient dense calories. So if you are eating foods that are packed full of protein and vitamins and minerals and antioxidants and fiber is huge for weight loss. And fiber is not found at all in meat. There is no fiber in meat, but there is tons of fiber in plants and fruits and vegetables and nuts and grains and legumes. I mean, there's fiber everywhere in the food that God has created us. And so that is extremely beneficial to be able to help break down your food and to be able to help process the food through your gut and to be able to create a happy, healthy gut. And so a vegan diet is really where it's at. So if you're used to, stopping at takeout on the way home, or like after you pick up your kids from soccer practice, you stop by like Chinese food takeout or something. I mean, it is not that much more difficult, and it is surely much cheaper to actually just cook takeout at home, like cook a vegan takeout. I mean, the brown rice is super easy, super cheap to make. You can make yourself a tofu vegetable stir fry. And at that point in time, you have the opportunity to be able to control what is going into your food, and also to be able to control the amount of saturated fats, the amount of fats, the amount of yucky, extra chemicals that like restaurants dump into their food to make their food last longer, to make their, the taste increase. There's just so many bad things in food that we don't know about in today's society. And so it is so much better if we have control over our food and we eat at home. And I would like to quickly go over the vegan food pyramid, because it is different from the standard food pyramid. So you can actually see like this food pyramid is kind of cool. It's like on the beach or something, because there's like water splashing around it. So it says like have 8 to 10 glasses of water every day. That's like super easy, especially if you're not really consuming any other beverages. I don't really consume any other beverages. So having 8 to 10 glasses of water for me a day is super easy. But if you could tell at the very bottom, the base of this pyramid is the fruits and veggie group. You could literally eat as much fruit and veggies as you can. I mean, I say that as more of like a figure of speech, because I mean, you can overeat. Portion control is super important, but eating a lot of fruits and veggies is super great. Now, the section above that is your whole grains, breads, rice. I would like to specifically point out like the really great whole grains, which is like the millet and the spelt and the barley and the quinoa. I mean, those type of whole grains in this section are so, so wonderful. Above that is like the legumes and the seeds and the beans. We love beans in my family. I mean, we eat beans like every day, maybe several times a day. And then seeds, one of my New Year's resolutions for 2019 was actually to eat more seeds and to eat more herbs. And it has been such a lovely experience. Like I really, really liked it, to be able to increase my seed and my herb intake, and it was so much easier than I thought it was going to be. Then there's also, in this section across from the seeds, you can see that there's the fortified dairy substitutes. We specifically drink almond milk in my family. I love almond milk. It has 50% more calcium than dairy milk. So my kids and I always drink almond milk. We drink it daily. And then up at the very top, there's like the oils and the fats, some sweets and salts, spices. We're sugar free, so like we don't really do the sweets that much. We do love nuts, and I'm experimenting with cutting back on my oil intake right now. So that's really great. I should do a webinar on how that's going. So healthy foods for vegan weight loss. So fiber-rich fruits, fiber-rich vegetables, leafy greens like kale, spinach, collard greens, Swiss chard, super important. Healthy fats, avocado, olive oils, nuts and seeds, plant-based proteins. I would say within like the last year, been experimenting and incorporating tempeh into my diet. I have really found a love for tempeh. Tempeh is actually a probiotic, which means it's actually a fermented food, which is super, super healthy for your gut health. It's like yogurt. Yogurt is a probiotic, and it has the same probiotics that something like a yogurt would have. And so incorporating tempeh into your diet is really great. Seitan is actually, it's pronounced that way, seitan. It is also a very good plant-based meat substitute, but my very favorite meat substitute in the entire world is from the Beyond Meat company. Now, Beyond Meat came out a couple of years ago, and it really has exploded the vegan world. I absolutely love all the Beyond Meat products. The number one reason why I love the Beyond Meat products is because they're fully plant-based. So they're 100% soy free. Not that I have anything against soy necessarily, but we just don't, as a family, we just don't consume that much soy, or very, 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 very little. And so these Beyond Meat products are focused on pea protein, and I love that, and they are absolutely delicious. So whole grains are really great for weight loss, obviously portion control. Whole grain bread, my very favorite whole grain bread is Ezekiel bread. If you have never had Ezekiel bread, I highly recommend it. It's made from sprouted grains. It's very, very nutritious, nutritionally packed. It has several different flavors out on the market. My kids' favorite is a cinnamon raisin. But they have some really, really great bread. Also Dave's Killer Bread. Dave's Killer Bread is really good also. It's not as dense as Ezekiel bread. So Dave's Killer Bread, I believe, is a great transitional bread from going to like the standard white, nasty, nutritionally void bread to Ezekiel bread. That's kind of a extreme difference. So like throwing some Dave's Killer Bread in there in the middle is a nice transition to be able to get you over to those sprouted grain breads. Beans and legumes are also a great source of protein. I love beans and legumes, like I said earlier. It's super, super great. So by following these tips, like you'll be fitting into your favorite jeans from high school in no time, I guarantee it. So some of the things that you should try to avoid being vegan, because there's been a lot of people, my husband included, that when he did try to go vegan, he actually gained weight because there is such thing as a vegan and vegan healthy and vegan unhealthy. And I feel like that's where like the vegan plant-based has come in, because there's vegan, because French fries are vegan, Oreos are vegan, white pasta is vegan. Like all these things are actually not healthy for you. But plant-based vegans really focus more on the whole foods and the plant-based foods. So really try to stay away from processed vegan food, because processed vegan food is still processed. even though there are some really wonderful substitutes out there, those should be few and far between. They should be used for special occasions. So you can really focus on the whole foods. Try to avoid vegan desserts, even though vegan desserts are amazing and I love them. Once again, it should be something that is few and far between, and it shouldn't be something that we really focus on. Like white breads and pastas, obviously are not healthy for you. They're just simple carbohydrates turned into sugar into your body, and so that's not very good. Processed vegan snacks. I feel like snacks in general are not good for gut health. I actually have a YouTube video on Faith and Food 360 YouTube channel about how my kids do not snack and the reason why we have chosen not to snack at all. So my kids are both under 6, but they have never had a snack, and they have survived. So I have a YouTube video all about it, and it's a really fun YouTube video, and I highly recommend you go check it out. So let's get to our final tip. So let's review. So we had chew our food slowly, go vegan, and drum roll please. Tip number 3, add movement. Okay, so adding movement to your daily routine. I'm not talking about an exercise routine. Okay, exercise routines are very good for you, but in my brain, adding movement and having an exercise routine are 2 totally different things. The movement concept actually is to increase your circulation, to increase your flexibility, and to add extra energy into your daily routine. So as mommies, we're extremely busy. I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I love it, but I have very little time to do anything for myself. I have very little time to sometimes even brush my hair. If you're a mommy at all, you know exactly what this is like. So it is, so what I have come to find out is that the best time for me to add movement to my daily routine is actually when I'm playing with my kids. Because when I'm playing with my kids, I usually let my kids focus on their imagination and their exploration, like in their minds. And I don't try to like interject too much when they're playing. That way their brain and their imagination can take over. But I'm still on the floor with them, and I'm still having either a Barbie conversation or we're playing trucks together. And so I'm on the floor and I'm just sitting there. Well, what I've discovered is if I sit there, I have the opportunity, I have this like blank space where I can add movement to my life. And so what I'm talking about is like ankle rolls and wrist rolls and neck rolls and stretching. You could do crunches. You could just start to like move to increase your circulation, to increase your strength and increase your flexibility. Now, this isn't something where you are working out. I wouldn't consider this working out. This is just movement. You can actually do like hip rolls and things like that, where it's like you are just making your body used to moving again. And it is really, really refreshing. Now, like I said earlier, this is different than an exercise routine. I fully believe in exercise routines. I believe everyone should have an exercise routine that they do on a weekly basis. I will share my exercise routine with you just as like a little tidbit because this is something that I feel like most mommies can take advantage of. So I work out 3 days a week. I actually work out with a personal trainer. But the really great thing about my personal trainer is I Skype with my personal trainer. So I never have to leave my home. It is really, really fantastic because no one has time to get ready, to drive to the gym, to work out, to drive all the way back home, to wait for a babysitter, to wait for your husband to get home or whatever it may be. Like, I don't have time for that. But when I Skype with my personal trainer, I'm in the comfort of my own home. I am able to focus on myself. I'm able to have my kids close to me. Sometimes my kids actually even join my workout routines. I have used them as weights in the past where I actually like hold my my little girl and I like do squats with her, or my son, I will, like when I'm stretching, he'll lay on my back to increase my flexibility. I mean, so it's kind of like, it's a fun thing for them. It's a fun thing for me. It's super easy. And I don't have to clean my house. Because a personal trainer is not actually coming into my house. I just have to like clear the space where we're Skyping. It's a really great setup, and it allows me to like work out virtually stress-free in my own environment 3 days a week. Now, on the days that I don't exercise are on the days that I would like to also increase my movement. I do these like little tips here and there. So I wanted to add some of the movement that I do on a regular basis when I'm playing with my kids, which is ankle rolls, shoulder rolls, wrist rolls are like one of my favorite. Like I love that so much. Neck rolls, I'll sit there and like have a conversation with my daughter when I'm doing like neck rolls and I'm playing Barbies with her or something. Hip rolls, you could do those laying down, and you could do the standing bridges. If you don't know what those are, Google it. Crunches, super easy. And stretching. Stretching is like literally the easiest thing you could do when you're playing with your kids. Because you could get in one position and just stretch it out and just stay there for like 30 or 45 seconds and then switch to another position. Super easy. Super great. Absolutely love it. So those are my 3 tips to help moms lose weight easily and successfully. Chew your food slowly. Go vegan. It's the best thing for your health and the easiest way to lose weight, and add movement to your daily routine. Movement that you don't normally do. Now, if you are ready to take your weight loss journey to the next level, I have the program for you. Like I said earlier, I'm the creator of Faith and Food 360. We're home of the Happy Diet. Now, the Happy Diet is a 30-day transformation that will transform your gut to be a healthy, happy, functioning gut. Because like I said earlier, the food that we eat directly affects our gut. And recent science has shown and has nicknamed the gut the second brain, because your gut is that connected and it is that smart. And so the food that we eat goes directly into our gut, and it goes directly into our mind. So if our gut is producing toxins, and if it's not working correctly, or if we have leaky gut syndrome, all that is going straight to our brain, and it is feeding our brain. So it is really extremely important that we have a healthy, happy, functioning gut. So today is your day. Today you could change your life forever. You could become a part of the Happy Diet family and transform your health and your happiness within 30 days, because I believe that stress, depression, anxiety, tiredness is all connected to a malfunctioning gut. If you can clean out your gut, mommy, and if you can make your body healthy again, this directly affects your mood and how you function. You can be functioning at a higher level. You could be functioning at a happier level in 30 days. And that's why this is called the Happy Diet, because it helps you lose weight, but it also helps you become a happier and healthier mommy, the mommy you deserve to be. So what does the Happy Diet include? Now, you can get the Happy Diet on faithandfood360.com. You can find all this information at faithandfood360.com. But let's just go over with you really quickly. So you get an e-cookbook. Now, this is new to the Happy Diet, because on December 30th, I'm releasing the Happy Diet again, because I am helping people prep for their New Year's resolutions. So for the New Year's to be able to celebrate the New Year's and to be able to celebrate the new release of the Happy Diet for this specific time frame, we are adding a e-cookbook. Now, this e-cookbook is amazing. It has 29 lip-smackingly delicious recipes that are family approved, but they support your gut health. Now, I have spent years experimenting with recipes and working with scientists and doctors to be able to come up with these recipes. And these are 29 plant-based recipes that support your gut health. And it is absolutely amazing. You guys will love these recipes. They're so delicious. I've tested them on my husband. I've tested them on both of my kids, and they're family approved. So you are not going to have to like make yourself dinner and then make your family dinner because they're not going to like what you eat. No, my job is to make your life easy because I want you to be a happy, healthy mom. So these recipes are family approved. Now, the other thing that you get is you get my 3 detox recipes. These detox recipes are extremely influential to the Happy Diet. They are 3 detox drinks that you are able to incorporate into your life, mommy, to be able to propel your gut health to the next level. These detox drinks help you slowly detox your gut because there are some detoxes out there that happen extremely fast, they happen extremely quickly, and detoxing symptoms are not necessarily fun to go through. And if you're a mom, if you're a busy mom, if you're a stressed out mom, that is not something that you necessarily want to have to deal with on top of everything else that you're dealing with. So these detox drinks help you slowly detox your gut, and you don't even realize that you're detoxing. And at the end of the 30 days, you will become a happier and healthier mom. Specifically because of the 29 recipes that I am giving you, the detox drinks, I'm also giving you a meal plan. Now, this meal plan is designed to make your life easier because I tell you what to eat, when to eat it for optimal gut health. So we have 29 detox recipes. We have the 3 detox drink recipes. We have a meal plan. Then I'm also giving you 30 educational videos. Now, these 30 educational videos are created and filmed by me. They're short, sweet, and to the point, and they help you rethink some of the meal choices, some of the healthy choices that you have been making for you and your family. And it's just super fun. And they are very inspirational at the same time. So it will take you through your 30-day journey. Now, one of the things that I am adding into our New Year's resolution bundle is for a limited time only with the purchase of the Happy Diet on or after December 30th is you get access to me. So during my first release of the Happy Diet, I had such a great turnout and I had such a great group of people join the first release of the Happy Diet, and I released an Ask Marcy section of it. And I was able to help the original participants of the Happy Diet through their journey. They were able to ask specific health questions. They were able to ask questions about specific health problems or their family and how to incorporate healthier options with their family. And so this is something that has been really beneficial to all the participants of the Happy Diet. And so I'm extending it to our New Year's resolution release of the Happy Diet. Now, also for the New Year's release, I am throwing in a ginormous, incredible free gift for everyone who signs up for the Happy Diet on December 30th or shortly after. And here's what I'm doing for you. I am throwing in for free, a cookbook, a vegan, fully vegan, plant-based cookbook with over 90 vegan recipes. Now, this cookbook was designed by me, and it is all my family recipes put in one cookbook. Like I said earlier, my family is 3 generations of vegans. And so we have some really amazing, incredible food that we have been eating for generations now, and we put it in a cookbook. And I'm releasing this cookbook for free with the New Year's resolution package for the Happy Diet because I would love to be able to help people transition a long-term transition from the standard American diet to a vegan plant-based diet. So you get so much great stuff with the New Year's resolution package for the Happy Diet. You get the 29 gut healthy recipes. You get the 3 detox drink recipes. You get the meal plan, 30 days worth of educational videos, 30 days worth of access to me to be able to help you with anything you need regarding the Happy Diet, and also a e-cookbook with over 90 vegan plant-based recipes. All of this for $197. That is a steal because you can totally transform your life within 30 days. And this, like I said, is going to be released December 30th. So please go to faithandfood360.com and go check it out, and get prepped through this holiday season to become a part of the Happy Diet family, because there's no need to wait or to put off your health and your happiness, because you deserve to be healthy and happy. Your family deserves to have a healthy, happy, strong mommy. And so please go to faithandfood360.com. Check us out. Also get on our mailing list. That way you can be the first to find out when we are releasing the Happy Diet, and you'll be able to take advantage of our New Year's Eve resolution package. So thank you so much for watching, everyone. I am so blessed to be able to connect with you, to be able to share my thoughts. I hope this was beneficial for you. I hope the 3 tips to help you lose weight will help you through this holiday season, to be able to get through this holiday season with success. I hope to see you all again on December 30th when we release the New Year's resolution Happy Diet package. So thank you so much, guys, and I look forward to seeing you next time.